The glass shattered against the hardwood floor, a jagged scream of crystal that echoed the fracturing of my heart. I stood frozen in the dim glow of our living room. The photo frame I just dropped lying in ruins at my feet. The picture inside, Ethan and me, laughing on a pier last summer, seemed to mock me now, its edges curling under the weight of a truth I couldn't unsee. My phone trembled in my hand, the screenshot glaring up at me. Ethan's text to her, his words dripping with a warmth he hadn't shown me in months. Can't stop thinking about last night. When can I see you again? The air felt thick, heavy with the scent of the lavender candle Ethan had lit before he left for his work dinner. I believed him. Why wouldn't I? His late nights at the office, the distracted glances, the way he'd started locking his phone, they were just stress. I told myself, a rough patch in our 3-year relationship. But now, standing among the shards of glass, each piece reflected a fragment of my denial, glinting like the lies I'd swallowed. I sank onto the couch, the leather cold against my thighs, and scrolled through the messages a friend had forwarded. They weren't explicit, not yet, but the intimacy in Ethan's words, the casual "you get me like no one else does," cut deeper than any confession of physical betrayal. My chest tightened, a cocktail of rage and grief bubbling up. How long had this been going on? Was it her laugh he heard when he zoned out during our dinners? Her face he'd picture when he kissed me goodnight? His lips tight and perfunctory? The front door clicked open and my breath caught. Ethan's silhouette filled the doorway, his coat slung over one shoulder, his tie loosened like he'd been unraveling himself for someone else. "Hey, babe," he called, voice casual, oblivious to the storm brewing in the room. He stopped short when he saw the broken frame, his brow furrowing. What happened here? I held up my phone, the screen's glow casting harsh shadows across his face. "Who's Lauren?" My voice with a low tremble, each syllable a tightrope walk between confrontation and collapse. His eyes flickered, guilt maybe, or calculation. "Lauren? From work? She's just a colleague." He stepped closer, his shoes crunching glass, and I flinched at the sound. "Why are you asking?" "Don't." The words snapped out, sharp as the shards at our feet. "I saw the text, Ethan. Don't lie to me." My hands shook, but I held his gaze, searching for the man I thought I knew, the one who'd traced constellations on my skin during late-night talks, who'd promised forever under a starlit sky. Was that man ever real? He ran a hand through his hair, a gesture I once found charming but now read as stalling. "It's not what you think," he said, his voice softer, pleading. "She's going through a rough time. I was just being a friend." "A friend?" I laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. "Do you tell all your friends you can't stop thinking about them?" My sarcasm masked the ache, the part of me that wanted to believe him, to rewind to when trust was unbroken. He sank into the armchair across from me, the distance between us a chasm. "Okay, I messed up. I got too close. But nothing happened, I swear." His eyes were wide, earnest, but there was a tremor in his voice, a crack in his composure. I wanted to scream, to demand every detail, but part of me feared the truth would destroy what little hope I clung to. The room felt smaller now, the walls pressing in with the weight of unspoken questions. Had he touched her? Had he loved her? Was I the fool who'd built a life on sand, ignoring the tides eroding it beneath me? I thought of the late-night calls he'd taken in the other room, the way he'd started wearing cologne again, the subtle shift in his smile. Clues I'd dismissed as paranoia. Now they loomed, undeniable, each one a brick in the wall of his betrayal. "Tell me everything," I said, my voice steady despite the chaos inside. "No more lies." I needed to hear it, to let the truth gut me so I could rebuild from a wreckage. Ethan leaned forward, elbows on his knees, and began to speak. His words were halting, layered with excuses and half-truths, but as he described stolen moments with Lauren, coffee breaks that lingered too long, conversations that crossed lines, I felt the final thread of trust snap. Then came the twist, the one I hadn't braced for. "She's pregnant," he whispered, his voice breaking. "And I don't know if it's mine." The room spun, the lavender scent now cloying, suffocating. My world, already fractured, shattered anew. Not just a betrayal, but a future rewritten by a choice he'd made without me. I stared at him, the man I'd loved, now a stranger, and realized the real betrayal wasn't just Lauren. It was the life he let me believe in, the one I'd never get back.